Hey people, welcome to the live stream tonight. It's Thursday evening, 6 p.m. January the 18th, I think. I think it's around -5 or -6 Celsius. A bit colder with the wind chill, but not as cold as the last couple of days. This might be the least cold day we've had in the last few days. But still cold. The cold snap is still on. I think it will continue on until the weekend, and then it will finally go back up to seasonal and above seasonal temperatures again. So I'm on the corner of Jarvis Street and Adelaide, looking west. Got a nice view looking across St. James Park towards the financial district. Good to see you all in the chat tonight. I see Clayton Crawford, hello. And I see Scott Briggs, what's up? Hey Scott, and Marge, and Vivian Johnson. Good to see you. Reggie Gagnon. Steve Mikra, hello. John Nicholson's here, and Wesley, good to see you. Jenny Krutzkamp, hello. Hello to Harjot and Craig O'Connor. Hey, Kev Zhang, how you doing? Sebastian, hello. Good evening to you. And T-Dot and Mark D. I like to walk. Good evening. Hello to Yogi. Good to see you, Yogi. Zach ASMR and Vehicles. Good evening from Guelph. Hey. Changed your name, right on. And Picard is here. Engage. Hello to Alex, how you doing? Yeah, Lena Sandoval. Sammy Wu, hello. Oh, good to see everyone. So I thought we'd walk east. We're looking west, but I'm gonna walk down to King Street and then we'll start walking east. Hey, Billy T. Mr. Comments, hello. And yes, I have a gimbal again. So no more shaky stream like last time. Thanks for bearing with me last time when I was having my gimballess walk there. It was just an unexpected last minute occurrence before the stream. So this stream should be a little more normal this time. I have my power bank and my gimbal, so I'm hoping to do one of my 2-hour plus streams. We'll see how that goes. Hey, good evening, Maureen Bruce. Hello, Doug. Just waiting for this light to change here. Hey Jenny, a $5 super chat right off the bat in celebration of your first snow day in over a year for a burrito. A pizza or a hot beverage, well deserved. Thank you very much, Jenny, for your support. Very much appreciated. Cheers, Jenny. rain eyes. Clayton, thanks for checking out Megan's new video. She just posted a new video on her channel today. Everyone, check it out if you get the chance. All right, we're just about at King Street. So I'm going to head, I think, east into Riverside and Leslieville. I'm not sure how far east I'll go, but at some point I'm going to start heading back towards downtown again on another street. St. Lawrence Hall. Hello, Maroof. Yeah, they're directing traffic. Jarvis and King gets pretty busy, mostly with traffic on Jarvis, not so much on King. But at this time of day, lots of rush hour traffic use Jarvis Street. Hey, good evening, Jefferson. Janie Jaron, hello. Oh, that's too bad, Janie, that you don't enjoy those hours. Yeah, 11, that's pretty late. I had a job years ago when I worked from 9 p.m. until 5:30 a.m. I did that for 3 years at the time. I didn't. Scott Briggs. Hey, Rob MNR. No, I'm not too cold right now. It's not as bad as the last few days. Yesterday was actually the coldest day of the winter so far. And I did go out and record some videos yesterday. So those will be coming up in the next couple of days on the channel. I did one video early in the morning when it was minus 15 with a minus 23 wind chill. I think that was the coldest video I might have ever recorded on the channel, actually. And another one later in the day when it was a bit warmer, but still very cold. So today feels a lot better than yesterday. Well, it's definitely not as cold as they've been getting out west, that's true. But cold is cold. It's like if someone from Edmonton says, it was minus 40 in Edmonton today, and then someone says, Yeah, well, it's minus 300 on Mars. Minus 40 is nothing. It's like, well, minus 40 is still cold. So is minus 15. Josephine Halligan, right? Hello, Ramil. Welcome. Well, when you're at minus 15, there's really no humidity in the air. There's no moisture at that amount of cold, you know, minus 15. Minus 1, minus 2, there's still some moisture in the air. Once you get down into the double digits, there's really no humidity in the air at all. It's just cold. .26 in St. Lucia. Celsius, I presume. Alright, good to know, Ken. So we're going to head east through Corktown. We're just coming through Old Town right now. And after this is Corktown. And then King Street will come to an end. It will merge with Queen, and then we'll take Queen further east over the Don River and beyond into the East End. You got one sweater and left. Get me out of here. Why am I tailing this couple? Well, I'm literally just walking behind them. Marge, a $5 super chat. Thank you for a cold root beer on a nice toasty hot chocolate. Or a nice toasty hot chocolate. My choice. Thank you very much, Marge. Much appreciated, Marge. Thank you. So we're at Berkeley. This is the eastern boundary of the original town site of York. I recently did a video walking around the first 10 blocks, the original 10 blocks of the town of York, which became Toronto later. No No sunglasses at night. Not tonight. I thought about it. Alright, here's Parliament. So once we cross here, we'll come into Corktown. This weather actually feels almost pleasant compared to yesterday and the day before. Hello, Abe. Hey, thank you. Zach Thong, greetings. Hello, John Burke. Yeah, the wind seems a lot calmer today. Hasn't been an issue so far. Got quite a crowd waiting for the streetcar here. On a nice evening like this, I don't know why they don't just walk. Well, I guess they have far to go. Hey, Mike Landry, $3 super sticker. Welcome to the chat, and thank you very much, Mike. Much appreciated, Mike. Thank you. Do I know about Cumberland? I'm not sure what Cumberland you're referring to, Kev. I know Cumberland Street. I think that's the only Cumberland I know about. Are you talking about the person named Cumberland, maybe? That the street was named after? Oh, Cumberland High School. No, I don't know about Cumberland High School. Is that in Toronto? Yeah, I'm not familiar with that town either, Wesley. My knowledge of Rhode Island is pretty much limited to Providence. Hey, Total Tech. Yeah, I'm walking at a brisk pace. Hey, Dusty Cole. Tom Seeley, you graduated from there? Huh. It seems to be a popular place. Unless you're just pulling my leg, Tom. What up, Mark MW? This is the Eastern Avenue overpass. Traffic coming off of or onto the Don Valley Parkway use these ramps, and they're funneled on or off of Richmond and Adelaide Street, going in or out of downtown. Here's Bright Street. That's a neat street I've walked along on several occasions. Well, the 504 King is short turning. You gotta hate that. Doesn't say where though, or where's to Shaw. Okay, so it's only going as far as Shaw. And here's the 503. They're running for the streetcar. Run, run, run. You can make it. Hey, Jake the Go Animator. How you doing? And Dave in Bangor, Maine. Hello, Pamela. Good to have you. Brett Mallon, what's up? Is it just me or these lights seem extra long tonight? Robert Saberhall, how you doing? What? Are we not getting a green here? I think I'm gonna just ignore this red light. Hello, Trixie Cat. Ashby Place in Corktown. Probably has nothing to do with Hal Ashby, but he makes really good movies. Or he did, once upon a time. Hello, Yuri. Welcome. So if you're just joining, we're walking east along King Street East through Corktown currently. I'm going to keep on heading east. Hey, Trixie Cat, a $20 or 20 pound super sticker. My goodness, thank you very much, Trixie Cat, for the generous. Much appreciated, Trixie Cat. Thank you. Put that towards the warm beverage fund or the burrito fund. Something warm anyway. All right, we're almost at the end of King Street. And Queen Street is just right over here. This is where King and Queen come together. Maybe I'll cross. Yes, for sure, Trixie Cat. Thanks again. The gimbal situation, it's okay now. I have a new gimbal, but you know what? After I bought the new gimbal, the next day I decided to give the old broken gimbal another go, and it turned on. So I don't know if that means it's okay now, or if I just got lucky and it just happened to turn on. But in any case, it seems to be working again. So I have two of these the same model now of this gimbal, but this is the new one I'm using right now. I didn't want to take the chance that the other one might decide to just randomly stop working in the middle of a stream, so I'm just gonna keep it as a emergency backup in case something happens to this one. But if there's any more wet weather, snowstorms or what have you, I'm going to use the old gimbal for those, since it's already been through that. And I don't want to ruin this new one. Hello, Destination and More. This is the Queen Street Viaduct. So we're coming out of downtown. It's pretty good skyline views here. I don't know what that was. I don't think it was a donut though. And there's the Don River. It's frozen by the looks of it. Hey, Gertish. Don Valley Parkway. It's not my birthday. Nope, that was in September. like I'm okay for now, Total Tech, as far as gimbals go. But yeah, when you do this regularly, you go through gimbals. Hey, the Ottawa Wanderer, hello. It's freezing where you are, Trixie Cat. I heard that it was getting pretty cold and snowy over there. Double X, is your birthday September 19th? Is that what you're saying? Because that's my birthday. So Double X, we have the same birthday. And also Estelle, who's in the chat from Australia, her birthday is also on September 19th. And we're in Riverside, so we're in the East End now, having crossed the river. This is also considered Riverdale, which is a larger neighborhood that sort of encompasses Riverside. Happy belated Sammy Woo. The big 2-5. Hey, Tom Seeley with a $5 super. Hi Ken, you've been wondering what it is about skyscrapers that makes me so interested in them. You know, I'm not even sure if I really know, Tom. Thank you very much for the super chat. I guess just the massive imposing presence they have and how you can see them from so far away, like skylines when looked at from far away. It's like a mountain range created by humans or something, you know. It just looks awesome to me. They don't give you much room here to get through, do they? And I just think it's really cool to be on a structure built by people that you can literally be like, now in some cases, thousands of feet above the ground. I just find that pretty cool. Alright, here's Broadview. Vancouver Island, nope. I think Victoria has some buildings that are maybe like 25 stories, and that's about as tall as they get, I think, right, on Vancouver Island. Hey, Aaron Hockey. Smitty, yeah, lots of residential skyscrapers have balconies here in Toronto. Most of them do, actually. But I find when you get to the really, really tall residential skyscrapers, the upper floors, the uppermost floors often don't have balconies. The balconies will be on the lower to mid-level floors, up to like about 50 floors or 60 floors. I find they might have balconies, and then once you get up to like 70, 80 floors, they often don't have balconies up that high. I'm not sure if that's because of wind conditions or just a design choice. Hey, Brad Palmer. Like the Sky Tower under construction right now at the foot of Yonge is going to be 105 stories, and that's a residential building. Well, it's mixed use, but it's mostly residential. And imagine having a balcony on the 105th floor of a building. So I don't think that building has balconies up at that level, or is going to. I think One Bloor East at the corner of Yonge and Bloor, which is a 76-story condo, that has balconies all the way up to the top. That might be the tallest building in Toronto right now, with balconies that go all the way up. Yeah, the snow is mostly all melted. Even with the cold weather, just the sun on a cold day is enough to melt away the snow when you just have like a trace amounts to begin with. The time right now is 6:39, Trixie Cat. Yeah, Zach, there's a development website called Urban Toronto where people keep track of all the developments around the city. And there's one guy on the forum who lives in One Bloor East on one of those upper floors, and he regularly posts photos of the progress of the building across the street, One Bloor West, which is under construction, from his balcony. And he's way up there. He has like an awesome view. Hello, Caroline. Welcome. Oof. Got double gloves on my gimbal holding hand, but my hand is still starting to freeze up a bit. $11:40 where you are, Trixie Cat? Yep. It's getting late. Are you a night owl, Trixie Cat? Do you stay up late? I am. I stay up really late. You don't like heights, Rob? Hey, learn to live. I am walking into Leslieville along Queen Street East. But at some point I'm going to head, I think, up to Gerard and then start walking west again along Gerard. But I'll take us further east for a while. Evening, Christos. There's lots of good spots all along Queen Street here. Both these neighborhoods, Riverside and Leslieville, are pretty awesome. Here is Logan Ave. Logan. That was my impression of Professor X saying Logan's name. Logan. Hey Christine, or We Go Places Tours. How you doing? I'm doing great. And over 300 people in the chat. Welcome everyone. Getting off to a good start here on this cold Thursday evening, but not as cold as yesterday. There's the Value Village I go to when I need to go to Value Village. Hello, Lindsay. Nancy Mattis, hey, welcome to the stream. The new Wolverine movie? Yeah, I haven't really heard much about it yet. I just watched a reaction to X2. There's a reaction channel that I watch. This girl Jen Murray is her channel, where she just reacts to movies and TV shows. So she reacted to X2 today, so I sort of rewatched that movie in a way, parts of it anyway, and I think that might be my favorite of all the X-Men movies. I remember I saw that one in the theater over 20 years now. 2003 that came out. Kind of crazy to think. Good neighbor. I think the original offices of Playing with Time were here. That's the production company that made the Degrassi Junior High TV shows. Playing with Time Productions. From the kids of Degrassi Street, Degrassi Junior High, and then Degrassi High. And I think they also did Degrassi The Next Generation. The original movie was the best. Yeah, I like that one too. I own the original and X2 on DVD. I never bothered buying any of the other ones. It's warmed up a bit, Lindsay, compared to yesterday, but it's still cold. It's still like below seasonal. Still sub-zero. Gonna be minus 21 in Huntsville tonight. Wow. Is that temperature or a wind chill? That's crazy. If it's just temperature, that's very cold. I did a walk yesterday morning here with a wind chill of minus 23. The actual temperature was minus 15 though. But it felt more like minus 23. Which I guess is what wind chill is. Welcome to Leslieville. Jake, to those who have passed away, I do miss. Happy Thursday, Brad Palmer. Hi, Caroline. Either she's having a conversation with her dog or she's using a earpiece to talk to a human. Hey, Hidden Jackpots, hello. Could be chatting with the dog. The dog didn't seem to be paying much attention though. Hey, Jeff Baloney Ferry. That's kind of neat. It's a nice restaurant. It's pretty fancy looking. Have I seen any bald eagles? Was that for... That's for Marie Palmer. When I was living in North Bay, I don't think I ever saw a bald eagle. Keep an eye on my battery power here. I'm at 55%. I'll just let the streetcar go by. The 501 Queen, heading all the way to the end. Neville Park Loop. Oh, thank you. Look at that. The cab driver stopped to let me cross. Isn't that nice? It was a crosswalk. Still a bit surprised when I see a cab driver do that, though. Leslieville is beautiful. I don't know if I've noticed this mural before. Hey, David Victor. Who you calling bald? I think when I was a kid, I went through an eagle phase where I was really into birds of prey. And I think my favorite eagle was the golden eagle. I just preferred the golden eagle over the bald eagle. Hello, Sandy. Yeah, that's true. -5 does feel a lot like a heat wave. Comparatively, anyway. There, this is the Leslieville mural that I'm familiar with. I didn't really notice that other one before, but this one I definitely have seen. Hello, City Emerald. -23 in Timmins. Wowza. I believe it. That's 4 hours north of North Bay, like a 4-hour drive north of North Bay. So that's Northern Ontario. That's the real Northern Ontario. Hey, Detroit style pizza. This place got really good reviews on the Pizza Review YouTube channel. I watched a whole bunch of their videos recently. One Bite Reviews, it's called. That's Descendants, Detroit style pizza here in Leslieville. There, I gave them a plug. Nancy Mattis, $5. Anna Silk of Lost Girl fame got a birthday video message from Samantha Newark, who sent Megan a video birthday message too. Anna is going to be so happy. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Nancy Mattis, for the support once. Much appreciated. When I was living in North Bay, which was like a good chunk of my life, I lived there from the age of 5 until I moved away in 2010. I never really saw much wildlife in town, really, other than, you know, the usual, like squirrels and a couple foxes, maybe a couple deer. I never saw like a moose or a bear or a wolf or anything like that. It was always just your typical small urban type animals, raccoons, skunks, beavers. I would see some beavers sometimes, muskrats, a few muskrats, but no large carnivores or anything, or large herbivores. I guess a deer is about the biggest thing I saw there. Definitely no cougars. Hey, have a good night, Clayton. We'll see you next time. Did my family or relatives hunt in North Bay? Well, not really.
I knew right away too, and I'm like, oh fuck, and it just kept blocking them.
Maybe it's because I grew up in North Bay, Nancy Mattis. A Toronto winter is nothing compared to what I went through. I sound like one of those old timers. In my day, we had to walk through 10-foot snow drifts for 5 miles to get to school every day. Hey, Novokos, MK. A lot of these houses still have their Christmas lights up over here. Remember that skit on SNL from the Dana Carvey days when he did the grumpy old man? That's the voice that always comes to my mind when I think of an old guy going, in my day, that's how it was and we liked it. We had to do all kinds of horrible, awful things that no one would ever want to do, and we liked it. Wow, check this place out. That's some nice lighting in there. This was an interesting store. You remember that, Matt? Gadabout. Curious and textiles. Curios, I should say. Curios and textiles. Is that right, Jenny? Yeah. Yeah, the church lady was quite the phenomenon back then. I'd say just about as big as Wayne's World, you know? He was part of a couple of really big popular skits back in those days. They didn't make any church lady movie though, did they? Hey, have a good night, Trixie Cat. I guess it is late over there now. Hope to catch you next time, and thanks again for your support earlier. Very much appreciated. Dan Harmson, hello. Yeah, Hans and Franz too. I loved all those sketches. We are going to pump you up. Don't be a girly man. Peter Bradfield, hello. Right, 42%. I think I better plug in the power bank here. There's a bench up here. I will use this bench. And I got a little warmer for my power bank. Hopefully that'll help it work a bit better in the sub-zero temperatures. It's just an old sock. Here's my power bank warmer. It's just inside a little thick sock here. Okay. Hey, Chatty Cathy. I'm going to plug it on this side. Okay. There we go. Just gotta get a good grip here. It's hard to hold the power bank and the gimbal in one hand. Alright. With these thick gloves on and this thick sock on the power bank, it makes it a little harder to grab. I haven't seen the new Godzilla movie yet. I heard it's pretty good though. Well, I do what I can, T-Dot. Hey, James Markley, welcome. All right, this is Greenwood, okay. Let's head north up Greenwood here. Lambo's Deli. So we'll take this up to Gerard. So we're heading north. We walked through most of Leslieville. This is technically still Leslieville, all the way up to Gerard Street. But most people think of Leslieville as more of a Queen Street neighborhood. What kind of weird name is that for a street? Cherry Nook Gardens. Hey, Dirk G is here. Someone's hanging on to Christmas here. They don't want it to end. I see a snowman across the street, an inflatable. Gertish, yes, I'm using the new gimbal right now. Alright, looks like the power bank is doing its job. I think this little warmer does help. When the power bank gets too cold, it doesn't seem to work properly. I was just wondering if I could see downtown from here, and I can. At least the tower, anyway. And the tops of a couple of skyscrapers. That's true, Christos, that's true. It could very well be that. This is a mainly residential stretch here. You could walk all the way up past the Danforth if you just keep following Greenwood. And there's a subway station at Bloor, Greenwood Station. I got a annoying email today from YouTube informing me that my ad revenue for December has been readjusted downward, and they took off some of the ad revenue for that month due to invalid traffic, which is a way of saying that my channel, some of the videos were getting views in ways that are not valid, that are like someone, say, playing a video over and over and over again to try and boost the ad revenue, or watching your own videos over and over and over again and clicking on ads and things like that. That's what invalid traffic is. But I didn't do any of those things, and yet they dinged me and took a chunk off of my ad revenue, and I'm pretty PO'd about it. It's like, what? And apparently this has been happening to lots of YouTubers, getting penalized for something they didn't do. It's very infuriating. Luckily in my case it wasn't like a huge reduction, but some channels have seen their revenue decline by 80% due to invalid traffic. And they often say that this sort of thing happens after they have a unusually good month, like a bigger number of views than normal, or a higher ad revenue amount than normal. then they'll get dinged for invalid traffic right after. And guess what? December was my best month ever on YouTube. So it kind of happened to me for that same reason also, I think. So I'm hoping that'll get straightened out. They say oftentimes if you just wait a while, it eventually corrects itself. If you didn't do anything that was invalid traffic, it eventually corrects itself. And I'm certainly not doing anything. I know, right, Novocos? It seems like they punish you if your channel is suddenly doing well. It's like, oh, I see your channel has really improved in views and revenue. Well, here, we're going to take away some of that now because we think it's suspicious. Basically, that's what they're saying, right? Yeah, the view of the skyline here is really, really awesome across the park. And another thing YouTubers can do is have someone else watch their videos over and over and over. Say, can you play my videos constantly, 24 hours a day, on a loop or something like that? And that could cause invalid traffic also. So obviously I don't do any of those things either. So this is pretty stupid all around, I would say. Whoops. I'm losing my grip here. There we go. Maybe they heard my singing. Well, that would be a reason at least, right? Let me know. Tell me that. They don't give you any indication as to where the invalid traffic is coming from. Like, is it a particular video? Is there anything I can do to make sure that doesn't happen again? They don't tell you anything. It's just, this is what we're detecting. And they make it sound like it's something you're doing. It's like, no, I'm not doing anything. I'm literally just posting my videos. I rarely ever watch my own videos. I don't really feel the need to or particularly enjoy watching my own videos, so it's not that. But even if you did want to watch your own videos, is that bad? Jeez. Besides, when I do my premieres, I watch my video during the premiere, and after that, I don't really need to watch it again. I've already watched it during the premiere, which is what a premiere is for, right? Hey, thank you, T-Dot. Gerard Street already. Alright, well that way is Little India, Gerard India Bazaar. But this way is back towards downtown. Alright, so west on Gerard. Right, Peter? Maybe I could do a parody of Jimi Hendrix's song Crosstown Traffic and make it into Invalid Traffic. That'd be like a Weird Al thing. Robert Armstrong, $2. Invalid traffic congestion. We get a lot of that here in Toronto. Thank you very much for the $2. Robert Armstrong, very much appreciated. Thanks, Robert. Invalid traffic. Invalid traffic. Invalid traffic. Embedded SRAM, $13.99 from Valid Traffic. Wow, thank you. Very generous. Embedded SRAM, thank you so much. Have a good night, Christine. Oh, by the way, I watched your St. Catharines walk video today. Walking along Lake Street in St. Catharines. I enjoyed it. She has an awesome channel based in Niagara Falls and area. Niagara region. Carlos, no, this is Gerard Street. We're in the East End, kind of across town from Ossington. Crosstown! Crosstown traffic away from Ossington. Hey, Lena Bava. It has been a while. Good to see you. Yes, only valid traffic, please, whatever that is. So if someone does play my videos over and over on a loop, saying, this will help Ken out, apparently that doesn't help me out. That just makes YouTube flag my channel as suspicious. Hey, Nick Mountain. It is cold, but not as cold as yesterday. Sandy, yeah. As long as I don't get dinged for that, I will continue. Like, that would really suck though. Like, if my channel got really slammed by that and I lost 80% of my ad revenue. I couldn't imagine that. That would be very disheartening, considering I only just recently started doing this full time after 5 years. To suddenly just have that taken away for a bullshit reason, that would be very disheartening. Any thought of 11 p.m. live streams, says Janie DeJaron with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Janie. Well, I've definitely thought of doing late live streams before. Since you're going to be up at that time, I could see why you might want to see more of those. So yeah, stay tuned, Janie. Anything's possible. And thank you very much for the support. I've done a few. That's right, I've done a few at that time. It's not the norm though. Yeah, noble cost. If it became a real problem, I definitely would look into that. A 3 a.m. stream around Moss Park. Well, I've done some late night walks around that area for videos. So I do have a few late night Moss Park in downtown east walks I've done. Not a stream though, not yet. Sing ZZ Top Under Pressure. I used to listen to that. That was from the Eliminator album, right? You got me under pressure. Do 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 do. You got me under pressure. Do 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 do. Trying to remember how it goes. Yeah, I don't think Twitch would really work for me. I would have to start all over again. After all this time building up the channel on YouTube. I think Johnny tried Twitch for a while and it didn't really catch on. And that's when his channel was bigger than mine is now. He sort of just said, nah, I'm just going to stick with YouTube. Action Kid also, I think, did the Twitch thing for a little while. He doesn't seem to have stuck with it too much either. Nancy, I can see your comments. Yes, I can. Still listen to ZZ Top? Yeah, I've always liked ZZ Top. I think they had the funnest videos in the 80s during their sort of peak of popularity, right? They did like Sharp Dressed Man, Gimme All Your Lovin', Legs. Those are all awesome videos, at least for a teenage boy in the 80s. those were all awesome videos to watch. The Grand Gerard, an old movie theater. What goes on here now? Looks like it's comedy. Is this still the case? March 1st, 2020. I guess not. It looks like it's closed because they haven't changed their sign in 4 years. So it used to be a place to watch some comedy. I don't think it's doing anything right now. Hey, Gordon Freeman. Got Crikey. Well, Carlos, I'm walking the other way now. I'm walking west towards downtown. So I walked east along King and Queen, and now I'm walking back west again. Yeah, it's not yoink time yet. Oops. I keep hitting the cord from my power bank, and it tells me my charger isn't charging. Sorry about this wobbling around here. I'm just trying to get a good grip on my power bank and my gimbal at the same time with one hand. It's a bit tricky because my warmer on the power bank wants to just slide off, so it keeps sliding. The power bank will slide right out of it. Do I remember the Powder Blues Band? Not really. Not by name anyway. I might have heard a song maybe or two. I definitely know actually I do know the name. Powder, yeah, I've heard that name. But I'm not sure if I know any other songs. I remember Tower Records for sure. Toronto had a Tower Records at Queen and Yonge for a little while. Right at the southern end of the Eaton Centre. That was in the record store heyday of downtown Yonge Street. There was Tower Records, and then further up the street there was the HMV flagship megastore, and then there was Sam the Record Man, the huge iconic record store, and then beside that was A&A Records, and across the street was Sunrise Records. These are all big record stores, all condensed in a small stretch of downtown Yonge Street. And played a record also. Yeah, I saw that GO train go by. I saw the GO train go. We talked to Sam himself, Dash Brannigan. That would have been kind of neat. He's sort of like a legendary guy in Toronto. It'd be like talking to Ed Mervish, the guy behind Honest Ed's. I'm sure some people back in those days talked to both Sam and Ed regularly because they were inside their stores quite often. Hello, Christina. How you doing? John G. Searwick.
I'm just at Victoria Park.
Yeah, his name was Sam Snyderman, right? Sam Snyderman. There's another little sneak peek of the skyline here. Yeah, so many arcades back then too. It was just a different time. The internet basically wiped out all of that stuff. Arcades, record stores. And all the adult stores too on Yonge Street were pretty much wiped out by the internet. All the bookstores and theaters and peep shows and things like that. Just a few strip clubs sort of hung on, and there's only a few left to this day. All the fun stuff, right, Chatty Cathy? Yeah, I've talked about that in a few of my other walks. How Yonge Street used to be quite the seedy stretch downtown between Dundas and Gerard especially. That was like the really seedy part. There's the Real Jerk. That's like a famous restaurant in town. Never been to a peep show? I guess that's where you just went in and sat in a little booth, and then there'd be like a little glass partition with a curtain, and then there'd be a person on the other side of the curtain, and they'd open up the curtain. So you'd be sitting there in a little booth with a person on the other side of a glass partition. That sounds... I don't know how that sounds. Or maybe there'd just be a little peephole. You're supposed to peek through it. I don't know. I never went to one to find out. Have a good night, Christos. And hello, Chatty Cathy. Did I already say hi to you, Chatty Cathy? Maybe I did. Liorca Alvarez. Hello to you. Yeah, this might be a Burrito Boys kind of night. is cold. It's feeling a bit colder now than when I started. That makes sense. I'll have to rewatch that video, Novokos. Have I ever been inside Fillmore's? One time I went to Fillmore's. My friend was visiting from out of town and he saw it since he was coming to my place. Fillmore's is right around the corner from where I live. So he's like, oh, let's go. I was like, okay. I was like, really? Okay. So we went to Fillmore's. That was the only time I've been there, though. It wasn't so bad. It wasn't as gross or grungy as you might think. It looked no worse than any other place like that that I've been to. Hello, Chi. How you doing? Welcome to the cold walk in Toronto on Thursday night. We're heading west along Gerard Street. Was there a cat? I missed it. I missed the cat. But for those just joining, welcome. I hope you are enjoying the stream. And for those who are new to the channel and haven't subscribed, by all means, take this opportunity to hit that subscribe button. And you can always come and say hello in the chat too. It's cold outside, but I'll give you a warm welcome. And like, share, and all that other good stuff too. Alright, we're starting to come into East Chinatown. Fillmore's has been around as long as I can remember. I think there was an episode of the old Degrassi Junior High from the 80s where Joey and Snake and Wheels try to get into Fillmore's. They're like standing outside right at the corner of Dundas and George, and they're trying to get inside. When they're like high school students. And speaking of Degrassi Junior High, look where I am right now. I literally just happened to coincidentally come upon Degrassi Street. This is Degrassi Street right here. Degrassi Junior High. Hey, Jacqueline S. Hello. Maybe I'll put it on the other side. My power bank is causing me difficulties. Let's try it here. There we go. I just tried the other port. We'll see if that one works better. I guess my little warmer isn't good enough. I'm gonna have to make it like a little parka or something. Yay. There we go. Marge, yeah, I might look into that. I'll use that to keep my power bank warm. Hey, Everett Clenendon, welcome. Good to have you. Hey, no name, yes. That's right. The whole Leslieville neighborhood really was mainly where they did their on-location shooting for the show, both Degrassi Junior High, Degrassi High, and the kids of Degrassi Street before that. We walked by the old production office of Playing with Time Productions, actually, on Queen Street a little earlier in Leslieville. Oh, is that right, Tom Bikes? Okay. We're walking through East Chinatown here along Gerard Street. Your buddy did the music on Degrassi. Hey, that is awesome. On the old Degrassi or the newer Degrassi? Probably the newer one, I'm guessing. The older one goes back like over close to 35, 40 years now. Hey, you can still get some fruit out on the sidewalk here, even though it's -6 or whatever it is. Yeah, the next generation, yeah. I watched that one too. Mostly because I wanted to see what was going on with the older characters that were on the next generation. Like, they're all adults at that point. I just wanted to see how their characters turned out. Joey and Caitlin and Snake and Spike. We're at Broadview and Gerard. So we're going to be coming out of East Chinatown. It was a good show, yeah. Yeah, I watched those old Degrassi shows over and over and over. I pretty much know them off by heart now. I did meet two of them, or three of them actually, from the original Degrassi Junior High and Degrassi High. I met the guy who plays Joey and the guy who plays Snake, Pat Mastrioni and Stefan Brogan. And I met another one who only appeared in one episode, so he wasn't one of the main characters. But he was living in North Bay, going out with a friend of mine. They were dating, so he moved up to North Bay from Toronto. And he appeared on one episode of Degrassi Junior High playing a character called Max. So I met him just socially through friends. And Everett Clenenden, a $10 super. Thanks for braving the cold. You're very welcome, and thank you very much for the generous super chat, Everett Clenenden. Much appreciated, Everett. Thank you. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, the guy who played Wheels passed away like quite over 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. That was Neil Hope, was his name. Still trying to get a grip on my power bank here. It keeps sliding out of my hand. And then it jiggles the cord around, and then it loses its connection. I never met Drake, no. That came after. That was the next generation. Yeah, there's the Aura building and the northern end of the skyline. That's looking up the Bloor Yorkville end of the skyline up there. Yeah, apparently the actor who played Wheels had a rough life in real life. His character also was troubled and ended up in a bad place on the show, and the actor also seemed to mirror that in real life, unfortunately. All right, we are heading back over the river again. My power bank is giving me all kinds of trouble right now. What season of the original Degrassi is the best? I'm going to say like season 3 of the original Degrassi. Degrassi Junior High. Looking south. So we're coming back into downtown. Let's go to Stridesland. That is far away, way up there. Won't be making it to Stridesland this time. Yeah, we're entering Continuum land here now. Once we get over the river. Good evening, Life of Leela. Continuum country. I like that. This is Continuum country here. We don't stand for any shenanigans here in Continuum country. Yeah, I knew it was quite a long time ago, Lena. Coming into Regent Park. I think I'd rather be an R2 unit than a protocol droid. I saw an Instagram reel of a parrot imitating R2-D2 and it sounds exactly like him. It was pretty freaky. When R2-D2 does his little freak out, when he's being like electrocuted or something, in, like in Empire Strikes Back, the parrot did that sound perfectly. They must have just played the clip of R2-D2 on repeat for the parrot to listen to for hours and hours and hours, or days, until it eventually picked it up. Alright, so we're on River Street, heading south. I think I'm going to head down to Dundas. Hey, have a good night, Sandy. Thanks for checking out the stream tonight. I'm glad it was stabilized this time. Do I watch WWE? No, I can't say I do anymore. I only really got into watching wrestling when I was a teenager for a few years, and then I never really kept with it. That was when wrestling, I think, hit its peak popularity in the mainstream with the Hulkamania stuff and Andre the Giant and all that. Hello, William. Good evening. So we are going to walk through Regent Park along Dundas Street. This used to be a bad neighborhood. It's not so much anymore. It's really changed. It's been almost completely redeveloped. There's still some old sections that are remaining, but most of it has been torn down and rebuilt. All right, let's head west. Total Tech, yeah. Rabba is pretty expensive. You definitely pay a buck or two more there for the same product as you would at another grocery chain. Hey, look, it's a walk-up. Tim Hortons walk-up. I saw we had over 400 viewers just a little while ago. That was awesome to see. Let's dip back down a bit. But in any case, it's great to see so many people checking out the stream tonight. Hit subscribe if you haven't already done so. Come and say hi in the chat. Definitely helps the channel a lot. Starting to feel colder now. I'm walking into the wind. Feels like it dropped about 5 degrees all of a sudden. You know what I like to say when I see a Circle K? Strange things are afoot. Right, Noble Costs? Yeah. Tell ya. Like, share, and support, but don't support too much or YouTube will deem it invalid traffic. Yeah. Izaz Khan, thank you. And no, I don't drive. I don't have a car here in the city.
Come on. Oh.
Hey, Diane, well, we did have snow recently, but it's all gone now. We never really got a lot, so it didn't last very long. We haven't really had a really big snowfall yet this year in Toronto. Like a good big dumping of snow. We're still waiting for that. We often just get an inch or two at most, and then within a few days it's gone. But it's funny, just to the south of Toronto is Buffalo, and they got absolutely hammered. They have like 6-foot snow drifts. They're like buried in snow in Buffalo. That's because they get lake effect snow from Lake Erie. And Toronto doesn't really get much lake effect snow from its position on Lake Ontario. So the two cities are very close together, but very different in terms of snowfall amounts in the winter. Yeah, me and Megan are both doing great, William. I wonder if Buffalonians look up at Toronto and think, how'd they get so lucky? How come they get to miss out on all the blizzards and everything, and we get it all? David Victor. Oh, is that right, Peter? Oh, that's too bad. So no strange things are afoot in Georgia anymore. That's no fun. Hey, have a good night, William. Thanks for dropping by. Mark, we don't have one planned or anything, but I'm sure we'll do another one. We enjoyed last time. We were saying that on a night when it's particularly crappy out and streaming outside just doesn't sound like any fun, we'll just stay in and do a home stream again. So I'm sure we'll have one of those nights coming up before too long. Like a rainy, miserable night or something. If there's a snowstorm though, I'll most definitely go out and stream it. Or do a video at least. But winter rain, blech. Nobody wants to be out in that. Hey, John Kelly, hello. I think I finally got a proper grip on my power bank here. It seems to be finally stable, and the battery is going up on my phone now for the first time since I plugged it in. So it took a while for me to figure out the best way to hold this thing, because I have to keep one hand free. So I have to hold both the gimbal and the power bank in one hand and keep the other hand free in my pocket to keep it warm. We should do a bowling stream. I haven't been bowling in like 30 years. That might be entertaining. You can just call me Gutterball Continuum. That's right. Any movie star I like to watch? I don't know. I don't think so. Not the current crop of movie stars. I don't think any of the newer generation really appeals to me much. Seems like the movie star is not what it used to be these days. Like Tom Cruise, is he the last movie star? Is he the only one left from the glory days? Arnold, yeah, he's not really making movies much anymore. I know he appears in the occasional thing like The Expendables or whatever, but his movie making glory days are well behind him. and all the current superhero movies and whatnot. I kind of got a little burned out from those, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of all those Marvel actors. I like some of them, you know. They just seem so interchangeable, because they literally will make a movie, a Marvel movie with a superhero character, and then 2 years later they'll make another Marvel movie with the same character but with a different actor playing the character this time. It's like, well, geez, give us a chance to warm up to this one actor who's playing the character. Ryan Gosling, yeah, I guess he still qualifies, right? I mean, he's been around long enough. He's definitely a movie star, yeah. I guess I can count him. I do enjoy most of his movies. Like Blade Runner 2049. That was a great movie. He was good in Barbie. He was the best part of the Barbie movie, in my opinion. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't even have liked anything about the Barbie movie. So I enjoyed it just for him, I guess. Also, he was called Ken, so hey, that didn't hurt. We're walking north on Parliament. Temple Owls, okay. Jaws is almost 50, yeah. That's crazy. We're at the point now where stuff from the 70s is 50 years old. Hey, Lucrative, hello. Hey, later, Aaron Hockey. Building some new residential buildings here as part of the redevelopment of Regent Park. They tore down the old buildings, putting up these new ones. I could see these from my apartment window, actually, this construction site. I can see the cranes, so obviously I'll see the buildings once they start to rise. Nancy Mattis, thank you and have a great night. Thank you for your support. I will continue to walk. Alright, we're at Gerard again. Gerard and Parliament. I'm gonna head north. Hey, Sapand, hey, welcome. People shouting over there. Whoa. Power bank almost slipped out of my hand. Well, I'd be streaming from Mardi Gras. Well, I wasn't planning on making any trips to New Orleans. Is there a Toronto Mardi Gras SG? I'll stream that.
Just say.
Pigeon Park is getting a renovation, yeah. Good, I think it needs it. I didn't see Sapand in the chat. I just saw someone else say hello to Sapand. But if he is here, hello. If he's not here, I guess we're talking to a person who isn't even in the chat. Hello, Ali from Iraq. Novocost can't see him either. Maybe Sapand isn't even here. We're all talking to Sapand. And he has no clue. I wonder if his ears are burning right now. Sapand, 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 can you hear us? We're talking to you through the ether. The internet ether.
Right there.
Kevin H, I think it's around -6 or thereabouts Celsius. Colder with the wind chill. I'm walking on Parliament Street north through Cabbagetown. It's like the main drag of the Cabbagetown neighborhood. Hey, slow burner, hello. Corey R, hey. Yeah, good question. I haven't figured out what dinner is yet tonight. Burrito has been put forward as a possibility. Nice bean burrito from Burrito Boys. Am I wearing Converse? No, I'm wearing my Vessi shoes. The waterproof, slush-proof shoes. They're pretty warm, actually. They have decent padding on the inside. So my feet don't feel cold at all. I am wearing 2 pairs of socks, though, also. Hey, Michael. Yes, we are in Cabbagetown. And hello, Rosanna Noreen. Welcome to the chat. Crossing Carlton. My fave places and foods in Toronto. Corey R. Well, I definitely prefer downtown. I live downtown. I really like the St. Lawrence Market neighborhood as far as downtown neighborhoods go. And there's a couple places where I like to go regularly for food. Burrito Boys has been mentioned before. For just takeout food. There's a place on Yonge Street called Thai on Yonge that I really like. And I've like a lot of the falafel places. And I've been to a few sushi spots that I really enjoy. And some good pizza joints also. Kensington Market is a good neighborhood for Mexican food. Some good tacos. Hey, Toronto's doo-wop music guy. Did I miss a ruckus? I haven't really noticed a ruckus. Watching from Lakeshore. I don't eat out a lot though, admittedly. I stay home and just eat at home most of the time. Or I get something takeout and just bring it home, such as the burrito from Burrito Boys. Eating out is getting really expensive in Toronto and everywhere, really. Tipping culture has really gone into the stratosphere. Burrito Boys is cat food. Well, I guess I'm a cat. I'm the cat continuum. Vivian, I use my stove more than my microwave, but I use both. I make a lot of pasta at home. That's probably the thing I make more than anything else if I'm cooking on the stove. I'm a big fan of pasta. There's another Circle K. Strange things are afoot over here too. Can strange things be afoot in two different places at once? I don't know. That's a good question. Butter Chicken Factory. Another thing I really like is roti. Indian roti is really good. I also like Caribbean roti. Well, lots of Indian roti is by Indians from the Caribbean anyway, but Indian roti is good too.
Hello.
Hello. Have a good night. A good roti place. Mother India on Queen West in Parkdale, if it's still there. I haven't been there in a long time, so I'm not sure if it's even still there. And Island Foods, which is on Gladstone now. It used to be at King and Dufferin, but they relocated. Island Foods is a good place to get some roti. That's where I used to go all the time, to get the chana roti. Hey, non-available, hello. Take a bite of them tree barks. That was so cute, the way the guy recoiled in terror from the sight of my phone. Hey, Steve Grant, I'm still here. Look at these beautiful old townhouses here, all boarded up. Hey, Print Cloud, welcome, watching from Puebla, Mexico. Yeah, I like a lot of Indian food, actually. That might be my favorite, like, so-called, you know, ethnic food. From a white Canadian guy's standpoint. Yeah, most Indian food I really enjoyed. You miss Licks at Dundas Square, yeah. The last time I went to a Licks was when there was a location at Pape in Danforth. A friend of mine worked there. So I went and got a discount on my Licks burger and fries. They had a veggie burger. It was pretty good. You love naan? Yeah, me too. I think that was the first Indian thing I tried, was naan, and I was like, and then from there I just tried more and more. Hey, Crumble, hello. I love the Licks cheeseburger. This is St. Jamestown, all these tall, old residential towers here. There's meat fat in McDonald's French fries. Oh, that doesn't surprise me. Liberty Tree. I haven't had McDonald's French fries in ages, though. I don't really go to McDonald's. Yeah, restaurants are open. It's still pretty early. That's why the fries are so good, yeah. I did watch that documentary. I saw that one in the theater, Carlos. I remember that. It played in North Bay at the Arts Theater, where they screened art house movies and documentaries and things like that. I remember that was a good time watching that movie. My favorite restaurant, I'm just going to say Tai On Young. That's the one I've gone to more than any other recently. I love this old apartment building. I would live here. Wonder what the rents are for units in here. Earnscliffe, okay. $195 Wellesley or 477 Sherborne. There's two different addresses. Hey, good evening, Arthur Berry. We're at Sherborne Street. So 477 Sherborne, that's the address here. The Earnscliffe is the name of this building. What do you think a one-bedroom would go for here? I think it's a rental, right? It's not a condo. Looks like a old rental apartment. Well, it's not super impressive. It's just a nice, older, mid-rise apartment building. I just like the style of it. It's pretty massive, too. It takes up like half a block. Probably lots of units in there. Not exactly the Dakota, I'll know. I don't think Toronto even has an old apartment building like the Dakota. There's one on Avenue Road that I think is the closest thing we have to a building like that. Was that right, Michael? I probably have noticed that place before then. Looking into St. Jamestown. There's the Sherborne bus as we are walking on Sherborne, heading north. Hello, Lil XO. Good to see you. And we're at the Freshco. So I think this is where I'm going to call it a stream, because I'm going to head inside the Freshco, pick up a few things and head home. I live about a 12 or 13 minute walk south of here. Oh, I was going to end the stream at the other Freshco at Parliament and Dundas, but I just decided to keep the stream going a bit longer, so I came up to this one instead, even though the other one is quite a bit closer to my building, but it's all good. It's a nice night. So thank you all for joining me on a Thursday evening stream around the city. We started on King Street East in Old Town, and we walked all the way east into the East End along Queen through Riverside, Leslieville, and made our way up to Gerard Street and started heading west again back into downtown. I enjoyed it a lot. I hope you did too. So thank you everyone for being so pleasant in the chats tonight. It was great to converse with you all, and thanks to the mods for doing the great job they always do, and thanks to everyone who supported the channel with your awesome and generous super chats and super stickers or any PayPal donations. It's all so much very appreciated. You don't even know how much I appreciate the support. It means a lot. And I'll see you again in a few days in my next live stream. 3 or 4 days. Keep an eye out for that. And I'll be premiering a video tomorrow evening around 7:15. I hope you can catch that as well. There's a live chat for the premieres. It's a lot of fun just to hang out and chat and watch the video, so I'll be there for that. Until then, I will continue. And of course, like and share and subscribe and all that good stuff if you haven't already done so. I would definitely appreciate that too. Alright, have a good night everyone. I'll see you all again soon. Gonna go warm up inside here for a few minutes and then head on home. Alright, later everyone. And boo to invalid traffic. Boo.